Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Davis Indoor-Outdoor Pendant. This is going to be the 365213. This is billed as an outdoor fixture, but I think more people are actually going to use this inside because it's just so beautiful. Lots of applications we can talk about in just a little bit. There's lots of other Davis fixtures in the line for outdoor. There's wall sconces, also a beautiful post light, so check that out too. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's really pretty seated glass, and that's a hand-blown glass dome. There's little air bubbles in it, and people just can't get enough of that. Like I said, people can use this in different applications. I think this would be awesome to have over a kitchen island, or if you're coming into a foyer, if you have the ceiling height that can accommodate it, it'd be awesome too. Or on an outdoor porch, maybe a screened-in porch, all kinds of different places to use it. Okay, let's get into the size of the fixture itself. Independent of the chain that it's hanging from, 29.1 inches tall, 11.7 inches wide, and then the depth is coming in at 9.7. This is only 13.8 pounds. It's made out of aluminum, so it's super light. The canopy up in the ceiling is going to be 4.6 inches in diameter round. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to look at that is to see the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is going to be your canopy, your chain, the dome of the glass, and the fixture itself. It's going to show you some really good line drawings of the canopy and how it goes over your 4-inch junction box. This is going to ship with 2 feet of chain that's going to be kind of wrapped up and hiding inside of that canopy, all wrapped up in plastic, in a plastic sleeve, stapled to the inside of your box. But beyond that, we actually are going to be shipping this with 20 feet of wire. So if you want to come down from a really tall ceiling or swag this, you can do that without a problem. 20 feet is pretty long. The fixture itself is almost 30 inches, so I can get you down easily, let's see, 20 feet, easily 21 feet without any problem, leaving enough wire to get to the junction box. You'll just need to order extra chain if you need to come down beyond what's offered with the fixture as standard product. Just email me and tell me what you're trying to attain as far as the overall height goes, and then we'll work out what kind of chain that you're going to need. Okay? This is slope ceiling adaptable already because gravity, it's chain hung, and gravity is going to make it come straight down. Why don't we talk about what's going on inside of this as far as lamping goes? You can get a lot of light out of this if you need to. It's going to be using a chandelier bulb, which is just a standard smaller socket. We all grew up with these. Remember this size? So easy to get. If you want to stick with an incandescent bulb, you can do that. You can do 4 of these. This is a flame-tipped incandescent, which I think would look very pretty in this. It's also a frosted bulb, and I think that's a nice way to go too. But people have other ideas too. But if you want to stick with incandescent, you're going to get 4 60-watt bulbs that you can do, 1 in each socket. But if you want to do LEDs, you can really go to town on this as far as the amount of light that comes out of it. So if you have this on a front porch over that kitchen island and you need to get a lot of light out of it, you can go beyond what I just said. So the 60 watts for incandescent, but if you're doing LED, you can easily do a 40-watt equivalent LED. This is a torpedo phosphorus one. You can do a 60-watt equivalent, but I also have found this bulb is a 75-watt equivalent on Amazon, and I had a customer who I like a lot who sent me a link that said he found one that's a 100-watt equivalent, just a little bit taller. So think that you could get 400 watts equivalent of light out of this is pretty amazing. So it's there if you need it. The color of the light that they're going to be offering these in is going to be varying, just like we talk about in all of our videos. They're going to offer this to you in 2700 Kelvin, and that's going to be a super yellow light. But they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight. And daylight is a bluish white light like a hospital waiting room or an overcast day. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white. We talk about it all the time. That's the same glow of a nice incandescent bulb. That is 3,000 Kelvin. That's what's coming down from these LEDs above my head. And makes a nice pool of light down below. In any event, depending on where you're going to be putting these, let's say you're putting over the kitchen island or in your foyer or maybe on a screened-in porch, that's an application where I would definitely make sure I have dimmable versions of those. If I'm putting this on an outdoor porch, maybe someplace like that, I'm not going to be so worried about the dimmable aspect of the bulb. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it It holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.